Yay, the kids are finally asleep.
So do you feel like...
Playing a game?
I've got a feeling a boss fight's coming up.
Ooh, I just got wrecked.
Headshot, baby.
Ooh, it's your turn to get the baby.
So are you up to the challenge?
Run, 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 run.
And we're dead.
That's when I realized I have no idea what I'm doing.
GG.
Welcome back to the KJ After Dark Gamer Parents Podcast. My name is Joanne and I'm joined by my wonderful husband and co-host, Kevin.
What's going on, y'all?
If it's your first time here, Kevin and I, we're a married couple. We have 2 kids, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and we love to game. So basically, we're talking about our gaming life and our parenting life in this podcast, and we are on episode number 28.
28, almost to 3-0 here. Pretty
I
soon.
know.
That's pretty cool.
So nothing's really been going on this week on my end. The kids are recovering from their cold.
And the good thing now is they're pretty much better, almost.
Yeah,
But
pretty
like,
much.
not so much the beginning of the week, but by now we're kind of like finally through that. We were talked about some last week.
And just playing the game of the week, which is Escape Academy, and we'll give our reviews. Just stay tuned to listen to that. Meanwhile, Kevin, how has your week been going in life and in games?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, life-wise, it hasn't been a whole lot going on. Kind of like just what we were saying, but as far as on the gaming side, it's a little bit more interesting there, I guess. Outside of the game of the week, which we'll get into, Escape Academy, been obviously doing a little bit of Hearthstone as my mobile game lately. And I actually splurged and picked up the bundle for the next expansion that's going to be coming out next month.
Did you
August.
really?
I did, yeah. So that'll kind of get me into it with a bunch of packs and all of that. And the reason I did, because I've basically passed up on the last probably 4 or 5 expansions as far as like getting the bundles.
Are you sure? I don't think the bank statement shows that.
Oh yeah, trust me. The last few expansions I haven't spent any money on, but this one I did a little bit, just because I'm really interested in this next expansion because it is titled Murder at Castle Nathria.
Ah, interesting.
Which is interesting to me because Castle Nathria was the last raid we were got into. I mean, we played, what was it, Sanctum after that, but like Castle Nathria was one that we played through like with our group of friends a lot and for a while. So
yeah,
like I feel more of a connection, I guess, with those cards or those characters that were in this one. So I think it's going to be cool to be more involved in that Hearthstone expansion. So that's kind of the reason I got it. But that's supposed to come out hopefully in the next couple weeks. But I'm looking forward to that expansion to come out. And then aside from Hearthstone, I jumped into Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's a game that actually came on our PC when we bought it, so I was able to pretty much already have it picked up for free. I think I mentioned I wanted to jump into it, so I kind of finally did. That was one of the next games on my list, and I'm really liking it.
But you've only played it once, right, so far?
2 nights, but one of those was pretty short. But
okay,
I pretty much gotten through like the first mission or whatever. And at least so far, you only play a Star-Lord, but it's fun. I'm really liking it. You can kind of give your teammates different commands, and the mobility in combat seems pretty cool, like kind of fluid. So I like that. You got your jetpack boots or whatever, jet boots. I don't know what you call those. You can kind of like hover around and stuff. So like that part's fun. So I like it. I'm definitely want to keep playing it and see how it plays out. That's my game that I'm playing right now outside of our co-op campaign activities. But yeah, that's pretty much it for gaming on my end.
Cool.
So moving on, I know we wanted to do a little bit of an icebreaker.
Yeah, we wanted to do a game.
A game of lightning round icebreaker questions.
Okay. Interesting.
Just to get through stuff, a bunch of questions relatively quickly. So we'll try and get through these. It is lightning round after all. So I will start us off with
Okay.
round 1. And so I'll ask the question, you go ahead and reply, and then I'll kind of give my own answer on it too.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Texting or talking?
Talking.
Texting. Favorite day of the week?
Friday.
Saturday. Favorite city in the U.S. besides the one you live in?
Orange County. Is that a city?
I'll take it. Technically a county, but that's kind of
Okay.
how people know it by that name, so I'll
Okay.
take it. Mine would probably be Breckenridge, where we were a few weeks ago. I really like it there. Maybe Laguna Beach, probably a close second. Nickname your parents used to call you?
N. I guess.
N?
Yeah.
Like just the letter N?
No, like N.
Oh.
N. Joanne.
Like
Ann.
Ann?
Yeah, Ann.
Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that. Mine would probably be Kev, short for Kevin.
What? Yours
Obviously.
is Kev.
I mean, sometimes Kev. They don't really call me that anymore. I feel like I kind of grew out of that. Anyways, would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals.
Really? I mean, I think that'd be cool, but it'd be cool to be able to speak every language in the world too. So I'm going with that one. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas. I agree. How long does it take you to get ready?
Half an hour.
I'm the same, half an hour. Scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
5.
5. That's not very confident. I would say probably like a 9. I feel like I'm a pretty good driver.
Yes, you are.
No accidents, at least. At what age do you want to retire?
Moms never retire, guys.
That's true. You retire when your kids are completely independent, which nowadays is way older than it should be. For me, as early as possible, if that's an answer.
Yep.
If not, like hopefully by 65. But we'll see. We're still a long ways from that. Invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility.
I'd say super strength, although I feel like those are like my 2 least favorite superpowers. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
Oh.
Yeah, I'd say no, definitely not.
All right, my turn to ask you.
All right, round 2.
Scale of 1 to 10. How good are you at keeping secrets?
A 10, definitely.
A 1, definitely. Ariel or Jasmine?
Jasmine.
Yeah, mine Ariel for me. First celebrity crush?
Mila Kunis.
Oh yeah. Shane from Westlife. Dawn or dusk?
Dusk.
Same, dusk. We're both not early birds. If you could travel back in time, what period would you go to?
I would go back to see the dinosaurs as long as like they wouldn't eat me.
They would. They would.
Otherwise, maybe like back to see like how the pyramids all happened.
Okay.
What about you?
I want to go back to medieval times.
Ooh, medieval times. That's a good one too.
I want to see
that.
jousting in real life, like the real jousting,
Yeah.
not like the one in the Renaissance Fest. Okay. Do you snore?
Yeah, definitely.
Me sometimes. Place you most want to travel? Lightning.
Japan, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
was gonna say
Japan. Like, I'm not that interested in traveling, but Japan's probably one place I think would be kind of cool.
Okay. Favorite junk food? You have so many, don't you?
I know. What do I want to? I mean, probably like some kind of candy. Like for me, I'll go to
Really?
like sweet stuff because I have such a sweet tooth. So
Whoppers.
probably
Yours
like
is
candy.
Whoppers.
Yeah, like chocolates or Whoppers. Yes.
Mine would be Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Okay, favorite childhood TV show?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh.
Well, as one of them at least. That's kind of just what popped into my head. I watched a lot of cartoons.
Oh yeah, me too. I like Dexter's Laboratory.
Not bad. Is that your favorite? That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite season?
Depends where I am. Here in Texas, I like winter because it's the
Oh.
opposite of blazing heat summer.
Sometimes it's extremely cold though. I like
I'm
fall.
okay with that. I'm okay if it's like below freezing.
I like fall.
I like
here.
it. I just
Like-
can't stand the heat. The
Like
summer.
October and Thanksgiving, November, that's the best.
That's a close second for me.
Yeah, okay. Cake or pie?
Cake, definitely.
Yeah, me too. Cake. All right. Round 3, you.
Round 3. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Wow, What was it? Butter pecan.
Cookie dough for me. Say a word in Spanish.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? Even though that's more than one word. Do you believe in fate?
Yes. And destiny.
Sure, yes. Favorite number?
7.
Mine would be 8. Who has it easier, men or women?
I don't think anyone does.
I think it's difficult no matter who you are, just
Yeah.
surviving and being on this planet.
Yeah.
But
Humans.
I definitely would say that women don't have it easy and men may have it easier. I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't say men have it easier either. The responsibilities and stuff is,
Sure. Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Especially like if you're wearing socks at home and you just want to like slip something on just to go outside for like a minute. And like why put shoes on for that? And like why take your socks off too? So
Socks with flip-flops.
yeah, don't be ashamed of that. Why can't we tickle ourselves?
Because we expect it to happen, I guess.
That's true. I've never really like I've obviously noticed that, but I've never like asked myself that question. Yeah, I guess because we were expecting it, or but then it's weird because like even if you're expecting somebody to tickle you and they tickle you, it still tickles. I don't know. It's weird. What's the best age?
20s. I think in the 20s is the best. You can eat whatever you want and burn all the calories, and just life is easier at 20.
Sure. I think the best age is whatever age you are. Each one has its own upsides, and if you think about that, then it's the best age.
Whoa, so deep. What's next?
If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept?
Yes.
I would. Kill people with kindness. Is double dipping at a party ever acceptable?
No, I don't like that, but
I'm trying to remember like if I see you double dipping. I don't think you don't really use like dipping sauces very much, right?
I do when we go eat salsa.
You always like turn it upside down, right? Just like dip the other side.
And you dip on the other side.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, but it's different if it's just you and me and
at
a party,
Yeah. We don't care with each other, but
all right.
Round 4.
My turn to ask you: sourdough or wheat?
Ooh, sourdough. I love sourdough.
Right? Same here. Okay, would you rather cuddle with a baby panda or a baby penguin?
I would think a baby panda is more cuddly. I mean, I like penguins more, but if I had like to cuddle with a baby panda.
A baby penguin for me. Are lifeguards attractive? Ooh, Baywatch.
I mean, not necessarily.
I know, right?
I mean, that's not really what I was thinking.
I was thinking of Baywatch, but then...
But those aren't real lifeguards.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, name one of the 7 dwarfs.
Sleepy.
Dopey.
Okay.
Would you want to live forever?
Probably not. No.
Yeah. That's a no for me either. Living is hard enough.
Yeah.
What's for dinner tonight?
What do we have? Chicken, meatballs, and rice?
That's spaghetti and shrimp. All right. Are reindeers real creatures?
Yes. They don't fly. Unless they're Santa's reindeers, of course.
And what's the fastest speed you've ever driven in a car?
The speed limit.
Ooh, smart answer. I don't even know what's the fastest speed I've ever driven in a car.
And I've never driven like on like an official track where you could like actually drive fast.
Yeah.
That'd be something I would love to do one day.
I know my friend went traveling and then they rented like what's that, like one of those sport cars, and then they like really go fast down the country road, where it's less cars and everything.
Yeah.
In Europe, somewhere in Europe.
The Autobahn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But then I'm thinking like, wow, like that would be something fun to do.
Yeah.
Round five.
Round 5. Godfather or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Those are very different, but yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah.
How many times did you sneeze in the last 7 days?
What? I don't even know. I sneeze every morning.
You weren't counting? I know it's got to be like in the 50s for you, probably.
Probably, yeah. I sneeze a lot in the morning.
Mine would probably be like once a day, maybe, at the most.
Probably. True.
Okay. Big dogs or small dogs?
Big. I like dogs big. You like small dogs.
I like small dogs. I just always grew up with small dogs. Like we've never had like a big dog. Never do it. How many hours of sleep do you need?
10 to 12.
6 to 7.
Okay, fine. I was kidding. I want 10 to 12 hours,
Yeah.
but I need probably 6 or 7.
Say good day, mate, in an Australian accent.
Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Now it's good day.
Oh, okay. You would actually probably know that better because you have family in Australia.
Yeah.
How often is it healthy to cry?
As much as you can. Tears are
as
good.
much as you need to.
Yeah.
Don't let it bother you. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, even if you're a guy, just cry it out, baby.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
That's true.
What's your favorite carb? Bread, pasta, rice, or potatoes?
You know this so well. Rice.
Rice. I already knew yours.
And yours is bread.
Mine, it's kind of a toss-up between pasta and then maybe bread, a close second.
Yeah.
Stale Sour Patch Kids or fresh circus peanuts?
Peanuts.
I would have to go with the stale Sour Patch Kids because I'm allergic to peanuts.
I know.
Although
peanuts.
stale Sour Patch Kids doesn't really sound very good. But it's funny they put that up against fresh circus peanuts.
Because it's so nice and warm. Oh.
Do they come warm? Wouldn't even know.
Yeah, fresh circus ones too.
Yeah. All right, paper or plastic?
Paper.
Yeah, paper. What were you thinking? Were you thinking like utensils or plates or...
Do you use paper utensils?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like paper straws.
Okay, that kind. I was
I don't
thinking
know.
like paper knife.
That wouldn't work very well.
No, I was just thinking of like bags.
Or like bags.
Paper bags.
Well, I think, if it's a bag, paper, I don't really like paper bags. Okay, anyways, round 6.
Okay, last round. Giving presents or getting presents?
Giving presents.
Aw. Same, giving presents. From 1 to 10, how hot do you like your shower water?
I like it pretty hot. I guess maybe like an 8.
Me too. I like it hotter than you.
I don't know, like, how hot is a 10? Is a 10 like all the way? I wouldn't want to like, I don't know. Maybe like a 7 then.
Okay, I'll go around 9. I know I'm always having it hotter than you. All right. Do you like the smell of gasoline? Like when you're filling it in a car?
Like if it's like a faint smell, yes, but not like inhaling the smell of gasoline. Like if it's from kind of far away, sure.
Yeah, me too. Can you touch your toes without bending your knees?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever tasted soap?
Not on purpose. I didn't like it.
Yeah, same. If you were given an all-expense paid trip to Cleveland, would you take it? Why Cleveland?
If it's all expenses paid, sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I know, right? This question.
How often
It's
do you
like,
get a free trip anywhere?
Sure. Do you currently own any stuffed animals?
I don't think so, unless we count the ones for our kids.
I do. I have my Mococo Pets.
Oh, yes.
And Pepe.
That's true.
Tapas or pasta?
Pasta.
Same, pasta. Actually, I like tapas too. Never mind, I'll choose pasta first. Favorite carnival food?
Funnel cakes.
Really, I like the fried ice cream.
Ooh, fried ice cream. There's a lot of good carnival food. Like,
There.
that was a hard one for me to answer.
And if you were really hungry, would you eat a bug?
No. I'd have to like be on the verge of death.
All right. Fair. I would. Climb a mountain or jump from a plane?
Climb a mountain.
True. Climb a mountain.
Really? You're the type that would jump from a plane too.
I know, but I would rather climb a mountain.
You would climb a mountain and then jump off the mountain.
Yes, I would. You know me too well. All right. Last one is, what type of milk do you put in your cereal?
What type of milk?
Yeah. There's a lot of different milks.
Regular 2% milk or something?
2%. Okay. I like whole milk.
I've had like all different kinds, so it just depends on what the people I'm living with drink, because I usually end up having.
True. Yep, but that's it on our lightning questions.
All right, well, there's a lightning round, icebreakers.
Yep, hopefully you guys get to know us better through our answers.
Yeah, definitely. Should we jump into Game Pass games?
Yes.
You want to read those?
Sure. So this week's new game releases on Game Pass are What Remains of Edith Finch on Xbox Series X and Series S, as well as Inside on console, PC, and cloud.
Nice. So not much this week.
Yeah, just a couple.
Now for new game releases, we have Before Your Eyes on iOS and Android, Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town on PlayStation 4, Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent on iOS and Android, Bear and Breakfast on PC, Lost Epic on PS5, PS4, and PC, Digimon Survive on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on Switch.
Digimon.
One that stands out to me is the Digimon Survive game.
Same.
I haven't really seen like any Digimon games in a while.
A long while.
I had a short-lived but very intense spree of like Digimon. Excitement when I was a kid. I had some of like the trading cards that they came out for that, and then they had like different. Obviously, it was a show, and I remember watching it like, pretty much every week. I think I even owned like a few VHS tapes of the shows, like where they had multiple episodes in like one tape back before DVDs and all that. But yeah, I remember I really liked Digimon a long time ago. So that's cool to see another game coming out for that.
Yeah, didn't they have like those virtual pet toys, right? Digimon as well.
Well, to me, it was like kind of like Pokemon, like where they'd have a different Digimon and then they would like evolve them and.
No, but I mean, like back then, isn't that also they have that? I know some are in the game, and then some of it comes as the virtual pet. Like you have this little thing that you have to like it hatches from an egg, and then you feed it, clean the poo, and give it a bath. It's a Digimon franchise, they call it. And then you can like when you want to battle someone, go like that. You connect your device, and then like your pet fight their pet. That's kind of like the Digimon.
I don't really remember anything like that.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's pretty big.
It's a pretty big franchise, yeah.
Or whatever, yeah. So maybe have something like that.
Mm-hmm. Because that's where Digimon came from. Digitaru Monsters, which is digital monsters.
Yeah. Today is also National Chicken Wing Day. Just a tidbit of information. July 29th.
No wonder I was craving it.
I know. I looked at the calendar like earlier this week and I was like, oh, National Chicken Wing Day is coming up. And then ever since then, I've been craving chicken wings.
Oh, I want KFC now.
And then I forgot. So like I was been craving it all week, but I forgot that today was Chicken Wing Day. And then now I just realized that's why I've been craving it all week. Mm-hmm. Now I feel like we totally missed an opportunity by not having chicken wings for dinner.
All right. We need chicken wings tomorrow.
I know, we need like Buffalo Wild Wings or something. Wingstop, maybe. Ooh, maybe this weekend.
Maybe.
All right. Now on gaming news, we did have some more NPD information on the video game market, and that is that U.S. consumer spending on video games, hardware, content, and accessories is projected to reach $55.5 billion in 2022. This would be a decline of 8.7% compared to 2021. Multiple factors are contributing to the decline on the consumer side. This includes the return of experiential spending and higher prices in everyday categories such as food and fuel. On the industry side, the uncertain supply of console hardware and accessories like gamepads and a lighter release slate of games are affecting growth. The surge in new players and higher engagement from 2020 and 2021 has leveled off. We now see more entertainment opportunities competing for consumer attention and dollars. So basically, a decline from the last 2 years, essentially, in consumer spending in video games.
Okay.
But I think that makes sense, we're kind of coming off the video game hype caused by COVID. A lot of people got into video games that they weren't into prior, and then I think that's kind of died down some.
Either that or there are not as many, I don't know, eye-catching games that come out this time.
I mean, yeah, they talk about a lighter release slate of games this year, although I feel like February was like still a pretty big month this year. But yeah, I guess that's been like almost 6 months ago now. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, you've gamed a lot more the last couple of years than prior.
That's true.
I don't think it's COVID related. I think it's our kids sleeping longer related.
Yeah.
Also in the news, I actually read that yesterday Congress passed a bill to boost the domestic manufacturing of computer chips, which I immediately was thinking maybe this will make it easier to find current gen consoles. They will be able to manufacture more PS5s and that kind of thing. Hopefully also lowering the prices of GPUs, making anyone looking to either pick up parts or buy a whole computer outright. Hopefully some prices will come back down. I would assume this also affects like automobiles and everything that use those same kind of chips, but it's supposed to help the semiconductor industry. So the legislation includes roughly $52 billion in incentives for the semiconductor industry. So I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make with a lot of the struggles we're having in recent years within gaming, but I'm hopeful it'll at least make some improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know how everybody else is kind of taking that or where they think it's going to go or if that's going to help or not. I'm sure it's probably not going to make a huge difference, but maybe something.
I think it will.
I mean, I just the part that I don't really know is, how far does $52 billion? There's a lot of money, obviously, but how much does that really boost computer chip production? Gotta do something, right?
Yeah, it's gotta.
Yeah. But that's it for news this week. Shall we hop into the game review?
Yes, please.
All right. So as we mentioned, and also you can probably tell from the title, the game of the week was Escape Academy.
Yes, and it's like escape room.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this game, it is on Game Pass, so you can check it out there if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is basically a series of escape rooms.
Yeah.
But with a little bit of story to it also, which I was not really expecting.
Quite a bit of story.
So just to kind of break it down, you join this academy or school called Escape Academy, obviously, name of the game. And you're students there, and you get put through multiple tests to kind of see how you do by the, what's her name?
Principal Solange, Headmaster Solange.
Headmaster, that's the word I was thinking of, not necessarily principal. The headmaster, and the various like teachers or whatever that you meet throughout the game. And they did put you through different levels or scenarios, and you have to collect clues and find patterns and unlock stuff and basically figure out how to get to the end of the level.
Yep.
And I'm not necessarily calling them rooms because a lot of them it's multiple rooms, or like you're starting in one spot and you get into another room and then like it's a kind of a longer trail, right?
Yeah, it's more like a level.
Yeah. So it felt to me, okay, so have you ever done an escape room before?
Yes, I have.
How many times and what was your experience with that?
Really good. I enjoy doing escape room with my family and friends, and I did it like in my early 20s after college,
Was it just one time that you went?
No, a few times. A lot of times actually. I don't even know. Maybe like probably once a week or twice a month maybe.
And how did you do? Like, were you the one who figured out a lot of the clues, or did somebody else really do some of the work, or?
Oh, we all have to work together. And then like the escape rooms that I used to go are always like, they have like a different theme. Like there's a horror escape room. There's like prison break escape room.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. And mostly we all work together to figure out the clue, like look around the room, because like no phones are allowed and whatsoever. You just put in a dark room with a bit of light, depends on what theme it is, and then then you try to figure out stuff.
Okay. And did you enjoy like that kind of activity?
Oh yeah, I do. I really do. I love solving puzzles and stuff. So, and you know me. That's
I'm more so asking these so that the listeners have a better understanding of why you like this kind of stuff, or what you like about escape rooms that might make it so you like this game too. And then obviously, as people probably know, escape rooms are really common for groups of people who do it as like a team building activity. So they kind of learn to work together more and communicate more as as team members. And it's just kind of fun anyways, but a lot of companies do like team building stuff around those. And me too. Like you mentioned, we really like those puzzle type things, and even though they're challenging and can be difficult, like I really enjoy like being able to figure something out where I really have to use my brain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I've only done one other escape room before, and I really enjoyed it. And then I felt like this game had me do a lot of the same kind of thinking, and looking for patterns and like trying to figure out like when you find a few like cards or something, and you're like, okay, we're trying to figure out what are those for? It's a clue for something, and like where do you use them?
Yeah, like a clue leads to another clue, and another clue leads to another clue.
Yeah, that part of it was just really fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so this game kind of felt like the patterns and the design and everything was really similar to like other escape rooms. And it was interesting that you mentioned like some of them have different themes.
Yep.
And it would be, I think some of the rooms that we were in too, like in the game, had like different themes, right? Like there's like the library one, there's like the
cafeteria,
outdoor garden one, there's an art one, there's a cafeteria one. There's one, where it's more like machinery and electronics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they all felt like very different from each other, and like even though the kind of thinking that it made us go through was somewhat similar, like all of the clues and were all pretty much different.
Yeah.
I feel like they got really creative with it. And what were there, like 10 different levels? Maybe more?
I think about 12, but I'm not
maybe
sure.
12, something like that. And each one like probably took anywhere between 20 minutes to 40 minutes, 45.
The longest one was the last one, and that was like 45 minutes.
That one's like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's not the longest game. We actually beat it in the last week in about 3 playthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see that they are planning to release some DLC.
I can't
I
wait.
think one later this fall, and then another set of rooms next spring. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. If it's still on Game Pass, which I'm sure it will be in the fall, then I would love to jump back in there and do those extra rooms that they add. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it keeps track of your time whenever you finish each escape. So if you want to go back and try and replay them, and try and beat your time, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if it's not only playable co-op. We obviously only did it co-op because we were only playing it together. And I feel like that's kind of the way it's made to be played. I don't think it would be nearly as fun doing it solo.
Yeah, but still possible.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this is a game that people might like want to like try to speed run.
Yeah.
Like once you basically memorize like how you get out of each room and see how fast you can do it, how quick you can do it on that timer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for us, we even replayed a couple of levels, right? So our first playthrough was not bad considering how much time they give you. I think probably the quickest was like 18 minutes or something like that. Mm-hmm. But then when we replayed them, we did it in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is like an insane difference. But then we had kind of like already figured out the clues once before. So it was like, oh yeah, this is how you do that.
Yeah.
Versus like having to figure it out from scratch.
That kind of takes away some of the fun that way.
Yeah, it does take away a lot of the fun, which makes it not as replayable.
Yeah.
But still, it makes it a lot easier every additional time you do it. So that part of it, like, it's nice seeing your time go down every time because you basically start to memorize more of each level.
Mm-hmm. So should we jump into the ratings and
talk
more about it?
Kind of like a basic overview of the game. Let's kind of jump into the ratings. We'll talk about it a bit more. First one being convenience. What did you think on the convenience of this game?
The convenience, I think, was very convenient. Like, each level is pretty short, and yeah, I would give it a convenience of a 6. How about you?
A 6. Okay, so just slightly more than average.
Yeah, slightly more than average.
I put down a 9 for convenience.
Oh, wow.
And mainly because you can pause it at any point, and it pauses the time. So if for whatever reason you need to get up and walk away, whether it's kids or use the restroom or grab something to eat, whatever, it's fully pausable at any time. So that's kind of a big deal for us who have a lot of interruptions. and doesn't feel like the game is ruined. I mean, obviously, it would kind of stink to only have a few minutes left and then have to get up for whatever reason to go do something, and then you've lost. So you can pause it at any point, and then the only reason I didn't really give it a perfect score is because like with this kind of game, like it kind of takes your full attention. So like it's hard to do or think about anything else or to go back and forth.
Yeah.
You're like when you're in the zone, like you kind of need to stay in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
But still, very convenient game, I thought.
Very, very.
How about on communication?
Oh, I would give it a 10. I think like it's really fun that we could communicate. I'm not talking about the replay. I'm talking about like when we first played through, you know, the discussion and even outside the game we talk about it and like we look forward to playing it again together. So I'll give it a 10.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I actually will give it a 10 also.
Ooh.
Because I don't think there's that many more games. I mean, this probably required even more communication than like Overcooked or something, right?
Yeah,
Or
I mean
like,
it's
here you can do a little bit of stuff on your own, but for the most part, like a lot of the things kind of took two people, like made it way easier because like one of us would be looking at like the clue and then the other of us would be like, you know, putting in the combination or, you know, putting in the code to open up the lock.
well, it's a different kind of conversation in Overcooked and in this game. Like in Overcooked, we're more like do this, do that, you know, like kind of like ordering each other. In this game, it's more like a lot of brainstorming together. Like, what do you think this means? Or what is like 3 the bone minus b? Well, how did that become 1? You know, like
Yeah.
we have a lot of like back and forth talking to one another. So
Yeah, or it'd be like, hey, I have this bag of marbles. Like, have you seen any use for this?
yeah.
Right? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, it looks like it would fit over here. You know,
Mhm.
and then like we would help each other out. But like we would, if we couldn't figure
Yeah.
something out on our own,
Mm.
most likely like the other person had the other piece of the puzzle that we were
Mhm.
missing.
It was very teamworkish.
Oh, yeah, like a lot of communication and like we had to work together.
Mm-hmm.
So, communication being very high. So this game, like I mentioned, has a little bit of story,
Mm-hmm.
which I was not expecting. I was kind of thinking there's like you go into the game and you pick a room and then you have to escape it, and then
Yeah.
you pick a different room and escape that one. I didn't think it was going to be like a story that they build on.
Yeah.
What did you think of the story in this game?
I actually think it has more story than Overcooked or
Yeah, well, Overcooked was very dry on the story. It didn't really make any sense to me.
yeah. I mean like this one really had a lot of story, even more than the past few games that we've been playing. So I would give it 8.
And 8, okay. I mean, I didn't think this. I mean, it had some story. I didn't think that the story was like really good. I think it was kind of more average.
I thought the plot twist was nice. I did not expect that or see that coming. So
There is a twist at the end that makes the story very interesting. So I will change my 5 to a 6 because I wasn't thinking about that. But it was good. I mean, it was an interesting twist kind of at the end. Actually, a couple of twists.
couple twists, yeah.
But yeah, what about repeatability?
So we repeated it once, and it was for like to see how fast we could speed run through it or something.
Well, that's
But-
kind of like I feel like when we were replaying for the second playthrough, like it was almost like cheating because it was
Yeah.
like, oh, we know
You know
it's
the
like
answer.
you would take a test and then like the teacher goes through all the answers with you, and then the next day you take the test again. And
Yeah.
you're like, I already know all
it
the
doesn't
answers.
feel the
like
same
this is way
anymore.
easier now.
I know.
So
So I would give it a low repeatability just because it takes the fun away already in that sense. So I'm giving it a 2.
2, okay, yeah. I think if some things were like randomized, like you couldn't basically
yeah.
like cheat your way through.
And
Like for example, like the last level, which is supposed to be the hardest,
yeah.
you're supposed to like go through each like room and like scenario and like figure out like the code to put into the computer to open the door to get past it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just know what the codes are, you don't even have to do the clues. You just
Yeah.
walk up, put the code in, and off you go. Which like cuts down on the time like drastically. So repeatability, like it doesn't play exactly the same when you repeat it. So, I mean, I'm giving it a 4 just because I think like it as from like a speedrun perspective of like, oh, how quickly can you get through this level?
Yeah, or unless you play it like months after you first play it and then you
Sure, yeah,
don't
that
remember.
too.
Yeah.
But like even like some of the very first rooms that we did, like I don't really remember that much from like a week ago. But that may just be me and my memory. So. But still, repeatability low. What about fun? What did you think on the fun factor?
Oh, I really thought it was fun. If you like puzzles, then this would be the game for you. It is perfect to build rapport with your significant other or your friends or family, whoever you're playing it with. So I give it a fun rating of 9. And I'm not giving it a full 10 because, like it may not be the game for everyone. So
Got it. Yeah. I think for me, I am with you. I had a lot of fun with this one. And I really like the puzzle games. I like ones that really make me think. For example, I really like the Portal games. Obviously, that's a very different kind of thinking, but I really like games like that. So I'm giving it an 8.
cool.
So my total is a 37, and yours is a 35.
Ooh, pretty close there.
They're somewhat respectable scores.
Yeah.
I think this game did really good in certain categories, like in communication and fun, and even not bad in convenience, but kind of lacked in repeatability.
Yeah.
And kind of average on story. So didn't really hit every single category the best, but hit a lot of the major ones that we consider important. Well, definitely one to watch when some DLC comes out. I'm really glad we decided to try it out. Really good for pushing communication. I mean, we both gave it a 10 on communication. I don't think there's been a game where we both gave it a 10 in the same category.
True.
But I feel like it kind of made us work together.
Make us talk a lot in solving problems and
Yeah, we got to solve problems together, and that
use our brains.
I mean, and I have to say, you absolutely killed it in this game.
Oh.
And I feel like there was plenty of times where you were like, all right, pull this lever, put this code in, make it this pattern, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's gonna just get out of your way here and let you pretty much figure this out on your own, because I was not getting it. So you really shined with how smart you are in this game.
Thank you, baby. That was a fun game. I like puzzles.
Yeah, there's even some of them that like we still don't like. There's one, that last one on that computer one. Like I just used process of elimination, and I still don't really know how you're supposed to solve it. But I just did it my own way because I couldn't figure it out, and we were pressed for time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's definitely not easy, a lot of the stuff. But we somehow came through and accomplished every level. I don't think we ever lost or ran out of time.
Yep. And we keep getting. I don't think we even got a B ever. It's all
I mean,
A.
I think we were always
the
like
lowest
A,
was like
minus.
A minus, and I
I
was
mean, yeah, we overcame all of them, and we did it together, and we figured it out and pretty much solved every puzzle in there together, and that was like a pretty good feeling. So
yeah.
I like that we were able to do that together, and it felt like it had some kind of redeeming value in it. Anyways, that's the end of our review for Escape Academy.
Yeah.
I would add that if you would like to check us out outside of the podcast, you can do so on our YouTube channel, which is under KJ After Dark, where we do stream the games that we're playing every week on Tuesday evenings at 9:30 p.m. Central. So if you want to check out the prior stream of us playing Escape Academy and rocking it together, you can do so there. You could also find us at twitter.com/KJ After Dark or Instagram.com/KJ_after_dark. And if you're wherever you're watching, if you could give us a thumbs up, a subscribe, a follow, a comment, a like, all that good stuff, we would really appreciate that.
Yep.
And you can also throw us a rating and a review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. We would really appreciate that. But that is all that we have for you this week. We hope to see you on stream, and we hope you tune in for next week.
Bye.
Bye.